everybody, this is Matt Does Fitness, and allow me to start this video with a tip. If you ever get cold, just stand in a corner. They tend to be about 90 degrees. Right, let's get it on. What you are about to see is a pretty astounding cheat day. Now, I don't stick to any kind of diet as such, so therefore, I guess it's not really a cheat day as such, but at the same time, this is a lot more food than I would normally eat, and this is definitely different to what I would normally eat, and so therefore, I guess it does fall into the category of a cheat day. Before I start as well, just to let you know, this was not planned. I did not think, right, this day I'm going to go crazy and eat loads of food. It just kind of happened, and I just went with the flow. I just sailed my boat down the Fat River and just went with the flow. Anyway, so start with the day. Start of the day, as I always do, I had a standard protein shake. I have 30 grams of whey, which is 25 grams of protein mixed with water. I do this every day, pretty much straight after waking up. I then went downstairs and had some breakfast. I had 6 Weetabix with milk and a bit of honey. Again, this is pretty standard for me, 6 Weetabix. I mean, to be honest, you could probably say maybe 5 would be a better amount, but I don't like eating odd numbers of things. It just freaks me out, so I thought I'd round it off to 6. I then had some mixed fruit and nuts. It's just like, different nuts and raisins, essentially. Not particularly exciting, but do not panic. The good stuff has not started yet. At this point, I was just, planning on having a normal day of eating. I did not think I was going to be letting loose in the manner in which I did. Anyway, I then had far too much time on my hands. So I went training, and then after training, I felt really tired, really drained. I felt like I wanted food like now. So I went to McDonald's and I went pretty crazy. I got 3 Big Macs, 2 large fries, 20 chicken nuggets. Didn't eat all of those, ate about 12 of them I think, and then a Diet Coke because I didn't want to, go too crazy. And so obviously the Diet Coke pretty much cancels out the majority of that meal. I put this in a video recently. I think it was on a few days ago. If you check from last week, because I did deadlifts and bench, I believe, and then I ate this afterwards. But even then, at this point, I wasn't thinking, I'm going to go mad for the rest of the day. I just thought I'd eat this and then go from there. Anyway, following this large meal, I kind of wallowed around on the floor feeling like a fat mess, and then I had a 2-hour round trip to do in the car, and I have a weird thing whereby I have to eat something sweet after eating a meal. Even if I'm like ludicrously full up, which I was, I always feel like I need to eat something sweet. Now, what better thing to eat in a 2-hour car journey when you are feeling horrendously sick than 12 Krispy Kremes? I drove past the services. It's the nearest place to me that sells Krispy Kremes, and I thought, I need petrol, I want something sweet, let's do it. It was kind of a no-brainer really. If you buy any more than about 4 or 5, it's pretty much the same price just to buy 12. So I was doing the economic thing. I ate about 8 or 9 of them, pretty much straight out. Glazed ones are pretty easy to eat, to be honest. Someone with such eating experience as myself can knock these back with no trouble. And then towards the end of the journey, about an hour and a half later, I had the last few. I really didn't want them, but they were just sitting there like 2 or 3 donuts in a massive box. It was annoying me, and I thought, I've got to do the right thing here, so I ate them. I then got home and I did not eat for a long period of time because I felt like my stomach was going to explode. We then had dinner, or like an early dinner, which was actually pretty decent. I was still fairly full up at this point, but I felt like I wanted to eat something decent, so I did. I had like chicken and couscous and broccoli and eggs and harissa and stuff. It was really, really decent. It was a real nice meal, and it kind of, for me, it felt like it counteracted all of the crap I just consumed previously. I then had some friends over, and we did some pulled pork, and as ridiculous as it seems, I decided to eat 2 pulled pork sandwiches. So I had like multi-seed bread. Again, it's got seeds in, so it cancels out the calories. With like barbecue pulled pork, which even though I was like just ludicrously, incredibly full up, I could still acknowledge that this was really, really good. It was pulled pork is one of my favourite things, particularly like barbecue pulled pork. It's so good. So I whacked quite a lot of it on there. The first sandwich was actually surprisingly easy to eat. The second one I was struggling, but I started eating it. My friends were there. There was no going back, and I finished the job. I then waited probably about 2 or 3 hours. Everyone went. Before going to bed, obviously had to have a bit more protein because I figured I was probably running low, which obviously I wasn't. That was a joke. I had another 30 grams of whey, which again is 25 grams of protein mixed with water. I've actually got into the habit recently of mixing it with chocolate milk, which is kind of, milk, so I guess technically it slows it down, the absorption of it down a little bit, like kind of casein style. But I literally could not face anything other than the bare essentials, so I thought I would just go with water. I downed this, had to control my gag reflex for a couple of minutes, and then I was good, and I went to bed, and that was my day. So, I know it's pretty ridiculous. Here are the totals: 7,999 calories. I didn't break the 8,000 calorie mark. Had I counted this at the time, I would have eaten like, I don't know, a Smartie just to tip it over the edge, but I didn't, so I'm a failure. 366 grams of protein. That's a lot of protein. 788 grams of carbohydrates. That's got to be up there with the most carbohydrates I've ever consumed in a 24-hour period. And then fats, just to finish it off, 347 grams of fats. That's about 10 times the recommended daily intake, I believe. So I might be dead by the time you watch this. But that's that. I hope you enjoyed my disgusting eating habits. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, as always, and I will see you tomorrow.